The iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max are having a lot of battery issues lately, and it's good to know that I'm not the only one. So, personally, my iPhone 14 Pro Max cannot get more than 3 hours of on screen time without having to be plugged in. If I have 3 hours of on screen time, that means my phone is completely dead, which is absolutely ridiculous in 2023 when you need your iPhone, or really any phone you use, to last. And now I know there are other iPhones out there, and we're a month away from the iPhone 15. And if you're looking for a reason to hold off on buying an iPhone 14, this is it, because the battery life has been absolutely atrocious. My battery health after a year is at 93%. Now, that is not horrible at all, and actually, compared to what I saw on Twitter from a bunch of people for a release date iPhone 14 Pro Max, my battery health seems to be one of the better ones. My battery health didn't drop until May. It was at 100% until May. But the battery life was absolutely atrocious. My phone was never charged. I felt like I was always running around with a dead phone, no matter how much I tried to charge it. And right now, my iPhone is on the charger for the third time today. Not the first, not the second, the third time. And all day, I have been playing music that has been downloaded from my iCloud, from Apple Music, onto my iPhone. So I'm not streaming it because it's all downloaded, but it was being airplayed to a Bluetooth device. And after about 8 hours or so, we were at 20%, which I just don't believe, because my phone wasn't being used. While yes, I was getting notifications and everything like that, I have background app refresh turned off. So my iPhone should not be dropping that much. Look, if my phone was at 70, 60, even 50, I would be okay with it, because it was around 5 o'clock by the time I was done, but my iPhone was almost dead, and I still had a whole rest of my hours to go. Because if you look in my battery health, and even in my 10-day battery settings, my average on-screen time is 3, and the days I get past 3 hours is because I had to plug my phone in multiple times, because I would be going out somewhere, and I knew if I didn't charge my phone an hour to it beforehand, my phone would be dead. And I have only used the Apple MagSafe Duo charger and the 20-watt charger if I needed to fast charge my iPhone faster than MagSafe, as it's all right here on my desk, and I have my iPhone charging off the MagSafe Duo right now because my iPhone's dead. And this battery health issue has not been the first year I've come across this, but the battery life is the first time I've come across this, because the battery health, I've actually had a similar issue with my iPhone 12 Pro Max, which was 2 years ago, back in 2020. And my battery health on my iPhone 12 Pro Max after 1 year of usage was at 79%. And now, if you know anything about batteries, their lithium-ion batteries are going to degrade over time. And look, I understand that it's technology. It's not going to always be perfect, which happens. There's going to get a minor scratch. It's going to get used. And as that happens, that's okay. But my battery health degrading basically 21%, and Apple not doing anything about it while it was in the 1 year warranty really annoyed me, because I'm starting to notice a trend. The 11 Pro Max had great battery. The 12 Pro Max had a horrible battery. The 13 Pro Max had absolutely amazing battery to the point where I was getting 7 hours of on-screen time. My 14 Pro Max can't even last me 3 hours. So Apple does it good, then they mess it up, then they go back to good, and then they mess it up. So the iPhone 15 is supposed to change all this, and it's also supposed to bring USB-C over, which is going to be game-changing. But that's not the fix to this problem. The fix to this problem is trying to figure out why the iPhone 14 Pro Max has such horrible battery issues. Now look, maybe it's an iOS 16 problem and we get iOS 17 later on, but even from what I'm seeing on social media and in some of my own testing, the battery life isn't getting fixed by iOS 17. And that's not okay, because you have customers out there who are going to keep these phones for 2-3 years, and these phones right now in the current state, the 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max, are not at all designed to last. And as a consumer who has spent the money on the phone, I want my phone to at least last me a year or two. But I right now am in the position to buy the iPhone 15 Pro Max because of how horrible my battery life is. Now yes, even if I had probably phenomenal battery, I'd probably consider it, but right now, as soon as the iPhone 15 Pro Max comes out, or Ultra, or whatever we're calling it this year, I will be pre-ordering one for myself, because this battery life is absolutely atrocious. But I want to know, have you had a similar experience? Because I genuinely think the only way Apple may be able to fix this is by kind of doing what they did with the iPhone 6s and offering that battery replacement program and swap out everyone who has a battery issue. But as I just said, let me know in the comment down below your thoughts on this. And if you have an iPhone 14 Pro or Pro Max and you have a similar issue, let me know, because I want to know what your battery health is even at. Because I'm at 93 and I honestly some days feel like I'm at 79. But I want you to remember, today's a good day to make a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.